Welcome to the Maximize Business Value podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition their business on their terms. Our mission was born from the lessons we've learned from over 100 business transactions, which fuels our desire to share our experiences and wisdom so you can succeed. Now here's your host, CEO, Mastery Partners, Tom Bronson.
Hi, this is Tom Bronson. Welcome to Maximize Business Value, a podcast for business owners who are passionate about building long-term sustainable value in your business. Every business on the planet will eventually transition. Wouldn't it be better to transition your business by design rather than default? If you want to learn how to do that, you found the right place. This episode is part of our series on my latest book, Maximize Business Value Playbook, 65 specific actions to dramatically increase the value of your business. Today, we're on chapter 36, Identify and Track Key Performance Indicators or Metrics. This is one of those money chapters. And when we get to the money chapters, we perk up, we pay attention, and we take notes. Here we go. For any business owner who's just skimming through this, and you're not skimming through it because you're listening to it on a podcast. If you're reading the book and skimming through it, then I want to give you a few hints. Don't skip this chapter. Listen to it, take heed to it, take action on it. Put a sticky note on your computer to remind you to come back to this chapter. This is one of those really, really important ones. This is one of those magic bullets that every business owner needs. It's about identifying and tracking key performance indicators that can be measured daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly. KPIs, also known as metrics, are critical. Thorough and intentional KPIs indicate whether your business is doing well and can simultaneously hint at the weak spots. There are two primary types of KPIs, leading and lagging. Leading indicators measure activities that support the achievement of the desired results and are actionable. Lagging indicators measure the results when it's too late to take action to make any change that will improve the outcome. A great mix of KPIs includes both leading and lagging indicators, and measuring the right KPIs will have a tremendous impact on moving a business toward the desired outcome. KPIs must be well-defined and quantifiable. My personal preference for using KPIs is using the SMART goals method. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. The term was first proposed by George Doran in a November of 1981 issue of Management Review. It's also associated with Peter Drucker's Management by Objectives concept. I typically replace the word attainable with aspirational, but either one works. There should be a minimum of 2 or 3 KPIs for each department in your business: finance, sales, marketing, operations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The key to selecting the correct KPIs is identifying those metrics that tell instantly whether the business is on track or veering off the track. Some great examples of KPIs include cash on hand, gross profit margin, earnings percent of revenue, receivables days sales outstanding or DSO, inventory days on hand, employee turnover, revenue by employee, recurring revenue percentage of revenue, sales lead conversion rates, production error rates, service quality, service timeliness, customer retention, and customer satisfaction. I could go on and on and on and on, but you can find more KPIs in our free ebook, Measure What Matters, on our website, masterypartners.com. Now, there may be more than 2 or 3 metrics for each department, but in my last business, we had at least a dozen KPIs measured by our managers in their specific departments. However, as a management team, we selected the most important 2 or 3 in each department to review weekly in our management meetings. For example, in customer support, think help desk for a software company, we measured the number of calls, time to answer the phone, time to resolution, number of escalations, calls by rep, calls by product, and so on and so on. We measured each of these things daily, weekly, monthly, and by representative and by product. Now, although our manager was measuring 2 or 3 dozen metrics on his dashboard, he only reported on the number of calls and the time to resolution, along with any other metrics that were outside the ordinary acceptable parameters. See, that way we could zero in on just the things that are important that drive our business. So don't just make a list and measure everything. Pick the drivers in the business and set goals to achieve the desired result for each metric. In doing so, the team will know if the business or department is on track or off track. An excellent place to start is benchmarking against the industry. Many industries and trade associations have commissioned benchmark studies that are great resources for good data. But I caution that while industry benchmarks may be a good place to start, KPIs should be very specific for your business. They should hone in on the goals of your business. Once the right KPIs are determined, they have to be consistently and relentlessly measured. And then take action anytime take action to make sure that the train stays on the right track while you're measuring those KPIs. My MBV actions this week, these are hard ones. Number 1, make a list, determine your KPIs. Number 2, create a scorecard and measure the results relentlessly. Report on them weekly. If you're using an operating system like I described in a couple of chapters ago, then you would, of course, be using a scorecard because pretty much every operating system has one. And then learn more about KPIs. That's our third item. Learn more about KPIs in the ebook, Measure What Matters, at masterypartners.com. Next week, we're going to talk about right-sizing your service providers. This is the Maximize Business Value podcast, where we give practical advice to business owners on how to build long-term sustainable value in your business. If this is the first time you've listened to the podcast, we've got 196 episodes just packed with great information, actionable things that you can do to improve the value of your business. Go download them at your favorite spot where you download podcasts, and give us a like and subscribe so you won't miss another episode. Also, if you're listening to this episode in early 2024, be sure to register for the upcoming Business Transition Summit coming up on May 7th at the Schwab headquarters facility in Westlake, Texas. Don't miss this great opportunity to network with like-minded business owners and work on your business rather than in your business. We are going to have a jam-packed day just waiting to be downloaded into your brain so you can go do some great things in your business and prepare it for exit. Register today at businesstransitionssummit.com. Until next time, I'm Tom Bronson, reminding you to just pick one thing. You don't have to pick 50 things. You don't have to pick 3 things. Pick one thing to dramatically improve the value of your business, and do it today while you maximize business value.
Thank you for tuning into the Maximize Business Value podcast with Tom Bronson. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition on their terms. Learn more on how to build long-term sustainable business value and get free value-building tools by visiting our website, www.masterypartners.com. That's master with a Y, masterypartners.com. Check it out.
That was perfect. I would make any changes on that.